Hello, today we're going to rock your writing. This writing strategy is for understanding writing prompts. All of the information in this video comes from slideshare.net by Joanna Riddle. Time to learn. Today's writing strategy, unpack the prompt. Unpack the prompt. The first half of the prompt is usually a warm-up. The actual question is usually in the second part. Unpack the prompt. Identify the pieces that tell you what you need to write about: mode, task, and keywords. Today's writing strategy: to learn how to identify the mode, the task, and keywords within a writing prompt. To understand how to use this information to understand what the writing prompt is asking the writer to do. So what is a writing prompt? Consider this writing prompt. Write an informational essay explaining the relationship between time and clocks. Your essay must be based on ideas, concepts, and information found in the article. Writing prompts are assignments that ask you to write about a particular topic in a particular way. Writing prompts are based on reading passages. Writing is a two-way street between the writer and the reader. A writing prompt tells the writer the purpose for writing. A prompt also tells the writer what the reader needs to know. Use the clues. Time to learn. There are important clues in every reading prompt: the mode, the task, and keywords. Learn to find and understand each of these clues, then use them to rock your writing. Clue number 1, the mode of writing. Take a look at our prompt again. Write an informational essay explaining the relationship between time and clocks. Your essay must be based on ideas, concepts, and information found in the article. Read this writing prompt carefully. Is it asking the writer to write to inform, or write to share an opinion, or write to compare? Identify the word in the writing prompt that tells which mode of writing to use. Did you identify the clue? Informational is the key word. This keyword lets the writer know that the purpose of their writing response is to inform. The writer knows that they will use facts to educate the reader on a particular topic. Clue number 2, identify the task. Every writing prompt includes a task. The task tells exactly what you should write about. Read the prompt carefully. Identify the part of the prompt that tells you exactly what you should write about. Explaining the relationship between time and clocks. Did you identify clue number 2? The writer's task is to explain the relationship between time and clocks. Clue number 3, identify key words. Keywords are important words that give the writer more information about what to write and how to write. Read the writing prompt one more time. This time, look carefully for keywords. Write an informational essay explaining the relationship between time and clocks. Your essay must be based on ideas, concepts, and information found in the article. Explaining and relationship. Let's identify keywords. Explain is a key word. It tells the writer that their task is to make the relationship between time and clocks clear and understandable to the reader. Relationship is also a key word. The writer's task is to show how time and clocks are connected. Putting it all together. Clue number 1, mode or purpose. Use facts to inform the reader. Clue number 2, tasks. Explain the relationship between time and clocks to the reader. Clue number 3, keywords. Explain. Write in a clear and understandable way. Relationship. Show how time and clocks are connected. Let's practice. Read the writing prompts on the following screens. Find the clues that tell you what and how to write. Pause the video to identify mode, task, and keywords. Then put them all together in a statement that tells exactly what the writer should tell the reader. After reading Cars in the Sky and Real-Life Robots, write an essay telling which invention, flying cars or helper robots, you think would be most useful for families. Provide reasons and use details from both passages to help you explain your opinion. Putting it all together. Clue number 1, mode or purpose. Use details and facts to support an opinion. Clue number 2, tasks. Tell whether flying cars or helper robots would be most helpful to families. Clue number 3, key words. Which? Choose between flying cars and helper robots. You think. State an opinion clearly. Both passages. Facts and details from 2 texts. I can rock my writing by writing a response that uses facts and details from 2 stories to give my opinion about whether flying cars or helper robots would be most useful to families. After reading Drinking Water, Bottled or from the Tap, and Art for Ocean Animals, write an essay in which you compare and contrast the author's views on littering and pollution. Include information from both texts to write about the subject knowledgeably. Use details from both passages to help you write your essay. Putting it all together. Clue number 1, mode and purpose. Use details and facts to compare and contrast. Clue number 2, tasks. Tell how authors' views on littering and pollution are alike and different. Clue number 3, key words. Information. Use facts. Both texts include facts and details from both. I can rock my writing by writing a response that uses facts and details from 2 stories to tell how 2 authors' views on littering and pollution are alike and different. After reading the quotation by Theodore Roosevelt and the excerpt from the School Book of Forestry, write an essay to persuade your principal that planting trees is the best project for your school to adopt. Include information from both texts to write about the subject knowledgeably. Be certain to support your point of view with reasons and information from both of the texts provided. Clue number 1, mode and purpose. Use details and facts to persuade the reader, your principal. Clue number 2, tasks. Tell why planting trees would be the best school project. Clue number 3, key words. Best. Persuasive words support your point of view. Use information from the text. Both texts include facts and details from both. I can rock my writing by writing a response to persuade the reader, the principal, that planting trees would be the best school project, and by supporting my persuasive statements with facts and details from both texts. President Theodore Roosevelt believed forests should be saved. Write an explanatory essay that tells how he supported his belief that students should be taught to protect trees and forests. Be certain to show how President Roosevelt used reasons and evidence in his letter to support his point. Clue number 1, mode and purpose. Use reasons and evidence to explain. Clue number 2, tasks. Tell how President Roosevelt supported his belief that students should be taught to protect trees and forests. Clue number 3, key words. Tells how. Provide examples of the things that President Roosevelt did. Shows how. Explain how Roosevelt used reasons. I can rock my writing by writing a response that explains the things that President Roosevelt did and the reasons he used to support his belief that students should be taught to protect trees and forests. In review, today's writing strategy: unpack the prompt. Unpack the prompt. The first half of the prompt is usually a warm-up. The actual question is usually in the second part. Unpack the prompt. Mode. Identify the type of writing you are being asked to do: informational, persuasive, etc. Task. Circle any words that ask you to do something. Circle active verbs like discuss, share, describe, support. The prompt may ask you to do more than one thing, so this helps you to get clear about the number of tasks you are being assigned. Key words. Draw an arrow from each circled word to its key words, what it specifically tells you to focus on as a topic. Plan it out, one task at a time. Bullet what you need to discuss in your response. If you still have any questions, make sure to contact your teacher.